All right, good morning. There's Patriot. Me and Patriot are getting ready to install some exterior outlets and an exterior outlet for plugging in my my wind turbine. Okay, so I've got my boxes ready to go. My conduit sitting in the sun getting softened up. All right, let me mount these boxes and I'll be right back. Okay, there's my two holes in the bottom of the trailer, and those will go over to the boxes that I put in. They'll come up through there and then come up through these holes. One is going to stop here at the wind turbine, and the other is going to go into my main panel with a 20 amp breaker. All right, let me get busy. I'll be right back. All right, I've got my wire here that's going to my rectifier, which is for the windmill, and I've cut it to length, and I'm just basically cleaning up this edge right here. Just putting a little black tape around it, just make it look pretty good. Now I've got a green, black, and white wire, and remember, coming from the wind turbine, it doesn't matter what's what. So let me go ahead and strip my wires back. So I've got those. Alright, I've got those three. They're now going to be installed into that terminal block right there. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my two wires coming out of the bottom of the trailer, coming up. The black one is the wind turbine. Okay, so it goes in there, and that's three-phase AC. Coming in, goes through the rectifier where it converts it to DC, positive, negative, and positive. And as you can see, the negative comes around and goes into a breaker box, which is tripped right now. I've got it turned off, and then it travels down and goes into the charge controller, which is right here, and you can see it right there. So we got our wind, our solar, and our batteries right there. All right, I'll take you outside and show you real quick before I go. This right here is a 20 amp. It's number 13, which is right here. It's a 20 amp breaker, okay, and it's full conduit all the way down to the bottom of the trailer. And I've got myself some outlets right there. Nice weatherproof box, 2 outlets, 20 amps. That's that other black wire for the wind turbine. Goes right there. Okay, so you can see they come out the bottom of the trailer right there. All right, and I've got them clamped all the way down and going to the boxes you just saw. So I gotta put another wire tie on that one. No big deal. But inside this right here is my 12-2 and inside here is my 10-2. It is extremely oversized wire for what we're doing, but I didn't want any issues whatsoever. So life is good. Life is good. All right, let me get out from underneath here. I'll tell you where I'm at right here in Florida. Just putting the awnings out, okay, it is absolutely 10-15 degrees cooler than if I was standing right over there in that sunshine, which I'm about ready to do. Okay, so this plug is a 20 amp. It's a 20 amp plug, okay? And I put, well, I can't say I put, but let me bring it over here out of the sun. I made this cable right here, and this has this 20 amp circular plug, okay, and that cable right there is 50 foot, okay. Now the other end of the cable has a male connector as well, okay. This cord has 2 male ends on it. It's 50 foot long, okay? My tower is 20 feet, okay? So it's 20 foot high, but my cord is 50 foot. So my plan is to attach my my wind tower to this to the frame right here, and I've still got a couple of parts I've got to buy, but the pole will mount there, and I'll have to show you that in another video. But so I mean, I could put it 20 feet away if I want, because I've got plenty of cord to go from my plug out to wherever I want and then up the pole. Now keep in mind, while this is a very heavy duty cord, it's still only 10-3 wire, okay? It just happens to be a very you know, very nice, what am I trying to say? A nice cord. This was that extension cord, and I cut it in half, and I put this end on it so that I could plug it into the to the wind tower outlet. And I did that because I didn't want that outlet being confused with something else. Okay. Now, keep in mind, that cord was 100 foot long. I cut it. So guess what I have left over? I was able to make another 50-foot cord. So I could plug this up my tower, plug the other end of my special cord, which is here, okay, and then plug this into the trailer. Now, that still gives me 100 feet, okay? I could add another 25 feet. In other words, I can keep adding extension cords as long as I want. You know, in other words, if my windmill happens to be 300 feet away, which it never is going to be, I could theoretically run, you know, extension cords from the tower to, you know, to the trailer to charge my batteries, but we're not going to be doing that. Okay, so that's that. And like I said, I'm not going to be setting up the wind turbine until we get to McKinney, Georgia. McKinney Campground. It's in Lake Altoona. It's northwest Georgia, a little bit outside of Atlanta, but you know, Marietta, Cartersville area. And that's June. Well, we'll be there the 18th, but 18th through the 27th. Okay. So the other thing I had hoped to do today was install my generator cord, and as it turns out, I don't quite have enough. I think I have enough, but I don't think I quite have enough. So I didn't want to chance it, so I'm going to go ahead and get another length of it and bring it, and at least have it on hand. If not, if I don't need it, great. But I hate starting a project and not having everything that I need. Okay. Oh, let me show you one other thing. The blades are ultimately going to mount on the wall in my utility room. I've just not done that, and I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, because that's going to use up a lot of space. But the perfect place for that when we're traveling is laying it flat on the bed. Okay, it's not going anywhere. It'll lay flat on the bed, and we can travel wherever we want with it. When we get to where we're going, we just take it off the bed. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. Okay, the other thing I did is I've got my PMG here is all wired up, and I've still got to put a plug on the end of this. Okay, I got to extend these wires a little bit, because this is the bottom of that, and that plug, the plug is going to come right out those holes, just like that, and the cord will drop down. So I just haven't gotten around to it. I have all the stuff to do it. Now, you know, if people don't know what this device is, I don't have my but you're going to find out what it is. Basically what it does is it allows the wires to spin, okay, indefinitely. Okay, if you didn't have this device right here, and I don't know what the hell they call it, okay, but it allows the wires to spin on the bottom while the top stays stationary. Okay, because keep in mind, the windmill's up in the air, and it could turn, you know, it can spin around, it can do all kinds of things. Okay, it could spin back, you know, and if it spun, you know, 8 or 9 times, your cord would just, you know, your electric cords would just break. So that's what that does. It prevents your lines from getting kinked up. So once, you know, once this is in and I've got it secured, these right here will just simply spin. These wires will just, you know, go with the flow. Okay, this thing right here will just simply turn. Okay, no big deal. All right. So anyway, I've got my antenna. We're going to be playing with our radio when we get there. We're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff. We got some projects all lined up. My son's going to be with us, so that's going to be fun. We're going to get a boat. We're going to do some fishing. Got some friends going to meet us there from the Orlando area, Michael and Linda. And folks I met over in Vero Beach. And what else? Hopefully some other folks are going to show up. Oh, I'm not sure if I showed anyone, but that's the fan I bought that mounted on the wall. I've got to put an outlet over there or up top, but that thing spins back and forth and up and down, and it really keeps that wall showered with air. It's pretty awesome. Okay, well, that's enough of that. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut this video short, and I'll talk to you all later.